That's me, Grace. With my parents being pastors, I've grown up in the church. Study shows that in recent years there's been a rise in Gen Z church attendance. But can we trust this? My job is to explore the minds of this generation in all totality and find out what has changed.
My upbringing is pretty straightforward. I mean, I was raised in a Christian home.
Me and my brother, we went to Sunday school often, and then my parents would stay downstairs, and then often it was like tea and biscuits afterwards.
I was brought up in church from birth, so I was dedicated at a church and then still go now.
Raised in a Christian household. I come from Australia, so born and raised. Grew up in Sydney, very Christian parents.
I was brought up by parents who were very church-devoted goers.
I've been to churches where I found amazing friends that I'm still very close with today. There are some churches which I've had unfortunate episodes in and very heartbreaking issues. That's eventually led me and grown me to who I am as a person.
We reach about 60 or so, 20s to 30s, that kind of in that Gen Z bracket.
Why do you think it's the church specifically that's making people come?
I think there's a lot of stereotypes maybe that come with other religions as well as Christianity, but I think maybe those stereotypes maybe draw people back. People who follow them follow maybe more of a stricter program, maybe in a sense, whereas I feel like Christians are very, I think there's an emphasis on your relationship with Christ.
I've done some leadership training recently, and the person who was training me speaks to a lot of leaders around the UK from a whole range of different churches, and so he's in touch with different people, and loads of churches are experiencing this in the UK.
There are a million and one things that goes wrong with a church because it's a framework of just blind trust and faith.
How can you believe in something you haven't physically seen?
For me, when it comes to faith, it's always a contradictory story. Like you said, you can't see, but I actually still think you can see some of the works God has done in most of our lives. Especially in my life, I've seen God working, I've seen answered prayers.
It's a feeling, and it sounds absolutely wacky if you have never, as I said, if you've never experienced this, it sounds crazy, but it's just like this warmth and comfort, and I wholeheartedly believe there is something there.
Maybe when we're trying to talk about faith, we've moved away from religion to talk about faith and relationship. They value authenticity, they value humility, they value someone being real with them and not hiding something.
Can that God factor be replaced by someone?
I've been so blessed to have so many amazing people around me constantly. I've felt love from my family and my friends alike, from mentors and teachers, and they all serve an amazing purpose in life. But there's certain elements which just can't be replicated away from God.
After I graduated, sadly I lost my mom. Don't think I really speak about that a lot, but after I lost her, I think a friend of mine said something about people losing someone close to them and they immediately blame God. So I didn't want that to happen to me, and I just decided that I was going to use that as an opportunity to get closer to God.
You're figuring out who you are and like what your beliefs are, I feel. So that was me essentially. I was like, what is the meaning of life, basically? COVID just basically like turbo boosted all that, because COVID changed our world, like literally in real time. Our world was changing so quickly. And it's like everything you thought you knew didn't matter anymore.
I've had bits of research that come out in the last 3 years about what they call the quiet revival, which is seeing people from Gen Z coming to church, particularly young males coming to church. The church has been very encouraged by it, but I think there's a sense that we're slightly surprised by it.
Do you think this is one of the trends that's like been happening that's just going to die off?
There's been a lot of chaos around the world globally, not just around our immediate environment, and I feel people are needing answers. People are leaning more towards hope.
The do's and don'ts in the Bible, maybe that stuff isn't trendy and it's like harder to approach. Maybe when you like take away all the glitz and glams, when you get to the root of it, I don't think that part is trendy.
You never know what someone has been through. Despite their upbringing, it looks to me that they are on their own personal journey and trusting that better days will come.